he is a physical media collector. So if you know him, you love him. That's what I normally say. So let's see if we love him tonight. Bro, I thought I was the one that was going to be late.
No, dude, you know what, man? I was having issues with the setting up. The Instagram link to the thing wasn't working for me. So I was
Oh,
like, I
no.
had to copy, paste, and then log in. It's all good,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
My
It's all good.
apologies, bro. My
It's all good.
apologies.
It's all good.
So
I'm
sorry.
glad you're here. I'm glad you're
How
here.
are you, buddy?
I was a little stressed, man. I went out to Colorado with my wife and we rented a car because they're like, oh, don't put the extra miles on your vehicle. So we got a nice little, SUV. We were staying in a cabin in the mountains. So, we got the 4-wheel drive and control and everything. And
Yeah.
I checked out the weather. Everything was fine going and coming. I'm like, bet. And then if you saw the video, all of a sudden we had this weird snowstorm hit us. And I was like, oh, this is cute. It's romantic. It's making a scene because our cabin had like an outlook to the mountains right by Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah.
And then I realized it wasn't just a scene. It was a sign of what was yet to come.
Oh,
And
man.
next thing you know, I-70, which is like I-95 to you, is closed for 5 counties.
Dude.
And then, the GPS is telling me you got to go down to New Mexico and Texas and go through Albuquerque. I was like, what?
Oh,
so I was like,
man.
It took me forever and a day to get home, but we made it home safely.
Dude.
And everything has just been like extra today.
But I got you, man. I got you.
Great time to just like relax and calm down and hang out with you. So
we're here, man. We're here. Yeah. We finally made it happen, bro. I can't tell you, man. Life has been so crazy. You've invited me on this so many times, and then I feel so guilty because I guess in between those times when there was like the silence between us, other people were like, "Hey, can you come do my podcast tonight?" I was like, "Okay, yeah." And then, dude, it was nothing against you. I swear, man. Just life is just wild.
It's all good. That's the sign of a busy man.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm blessed, but I'm happy to be here, bro. You're a good dude, and yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate that. Let's just get things popping off. So
yes,
I don't remember where I first saw like your videos. I don't do the TikTok, which to my detriment, probably not a good thing. But
get on there.
Had to be a YouTube video, and I know what it is. You were going to the Megan premiere in New York.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I'm watching this, and I think you're on the subway or whatever. And I'm like, this guy's a New Yorker. I said it just like that. I didn't say this guy's a New Yorker. I said
no.
Guy's a New Yorker.
Yeah.
So you were going to you were going to see Megan.
Yes.
You said the city. You didn't say Manhattan. You didn't say New York City. You said the city. I was like, okay. So
he's from New York. I mean, yeah. I mean, somebody recently from out of state was like, "Hey, can you say New York?" And I was like, "New York." And they're like, "Say coffee." And I'm like, "Coffee."
Say draw.
Yeah, draw.
So born and raised.
Born and raised, yeah. Born and raised in Queens in this very house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
I gotta move the mic.
You're good. Yeah, it's opposite for me too. I'm trying to figure. I'm like, okay, which way am I?
Yeah. It's like,
how is my lighting? Is everything
go the opposite way?
Is lighting good? This is the first time I'm doing it like this with a soft light in front and the back. I don't think so.
It looks good. You're fine.
All right. You too, man. You look good too.
All right. So New York talk for a second here. What teams do you represent?
Oh, all the worst ones. Mets fan, Jets fan, Mets, Jets. That's it. And Knicks. I mean, Knicks are the Knicks, but yeah. Mets and Jets and Rangers, and the whole. Those are all the worst.
Bad. I mean, you could be worse. You could be an Islanders fan.
The problem is I'm not really a hockey fan, so I can't be like, oh yeah. No, it's Mets and Jets, all the ones inherited, passed down from the generations.
I grew up in a Phil Rizzuto household, so I got Yankees and Giants.
Got you.
It's one or the other,
I know, yeah, and we're all against each other in some way. I can't root for the Yankees, but I can't root for the Mets either at this point.
but nobody outside of New York can talk bad about your team because
Right.
you're
Yeah.
talking bad about New York, and then we
Of
got a problem.
course. Of course. Yeah. That's when we all come together. Yeah.
We are not alone. I've been checking in here with the chat. I already
Yes.
welcomed them. You got a lot of
Sorry
people
for being
excited
late,
to see
everybody.
you. Nah, we're all good. We're all good. It's all family here. Let's see. I'm trying to see where I left off. We got Tony from Basement Blues told us he's been
Hey.
following you from the jump. That's
Love him.
always a good thing. We
Good
got
dude.
Hollow Notes checking in, and if you got
What's up?
Hollow Notes, you got Adrian James. Good to see
There
you
you
both.
go. Yo, Adrian.
That is Tony saying hi to you.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is here. People saying hi to each other. Love when that happens.
Me too. That's the community. That's what I like.
Yes, I was in the mountains at a cabin. It was beautiful. Even then, I had to watch movies. It's in me. You know, I'm going through all the amenities. I was like, all right, they got a hair dryer. You don't have to pack that. Oh, they got a Blu-ray player. The TV's probably crappy, but you know, let's pack some old movies. You choose. We watched
Yeah.
The Big Sleep. We watched The Stranger with Orson Welles,
Nice.
and something else. I can't remember. Oh, So Dark Tonight, which is a cool Arrow release that nobody talks about. It's like
I don't think
it was like
I've
an
seen it.
independent movie, but it was studio made. So
Ooh.
looking for something a little different, check that out. My accent's gonna come out real heavy tonight. I'm just letting people know from now. It's what happens when you're around people. And
Yeah, it's true.
Like my folks are from Trinidad. Let me get around someone from the Caribbean. It's like it comes out heavy.
Oh, forget it, man. Or when you got like when Goodfellas is on, the Italian accent really comes out. It's pretty damn strong.
Well, I'm married to an Italian, so I know it even comes out for me. It's like all of a sudden it's like, hey, did you buy mozzarella?
Yeah.
Not mozzarella.
Yeah, no,
mozzarella.
it's not. Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Melissa, yeah, I should come live up there. I mean, it's pretty much the same weather I just drove through for 18 and a half hours.
So was it an Airbnb?
No, it was a mountain lodge, and they had individual cabins and
with a Blu-ray player. That's interesting.
Yeah,
you don't really find that.
No, not at all. But I was like, book. When I saw the view, like literally, we could see Rocky Mountain National Park like outside our room.
Wow,
it was like
that's
across
cool.
the highway, and I'm like, wow, okay, the view is cool, and it's off season, so they had a little hookup there, and I was like, and a Blu-ray player? Yeah, I took like 12 movies.
That was it, man. I think I would have just booked the trip just for the Blu-ray player.
Yeah,
I gotta see this.
Like 5 minutes from the Stanley Hotel, so we got our Shining on. It was beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
that's
good.
great. That's great.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's get into some questions, bro. And we normally meet beforehand. My bad, but I like to tell people I call this the conversation, not the interview. So while I may have questions, I don't really care if I get through them. And if you have anything or you want to take the conversation somewhere, you know, it's just like if we're standing around sharing some brews and, you know, just talking movies. So
love it.
But before we get into like specific questions, you're a A24 guy, you're a physical media collector, but you're also a Criterion guy.
Oh yeah.
So I need a moment with this because
sure.
This is just, I don't know. This made me like so happy to see. Like,
huge. Can I re-angle the camera
through you with this moment? I'm going to take off the sound. This is beautiful. My man was in the Criterion closet. What was that experience like?
Oh, forget it, man. That was so cool. So the Criterion, what they've been doing, if you're not aware, they've been bringing around a mobile closet. It's something fairly new that they're doing. I think they started it off at New York Film Festival, and then they I think they did it 2 days there, and then they brought it to Brooklyn. Traveled to Brooklyn, and I waited about 3 hours in line for 3 minutes of video like that, and it goes so fast that yes, Valeria, great, the wonderful Valeria, which if you doesn't know, she's the one who edits and films all the actual all the actual videos for all the celebrities and stuff, the closet videos, which is so cool.
Mhm.
It really made you feel that way. Funny enough, they were supposed to. You get 3 minutes, and that's it. It's a set 3 minutes, and if you don't they're like, if you don't know where something is, like Valeria knows where they are. They're gonna help you out really quick. For the first minute or two, I think for the first minute and a half, they thought that something that I was looking for was there. So we were all looking for it, and it wasn't there. They were like, I guess we're out of stock. And then I had a minute and a half left. So the rest of that video is all me like, oh, dude, here's this one, here's this one, here's this one, like as fast as I could. I really
Yeah.
wanted to make a proper video for it. It was awesome, man. It was something special.
Yeah. And recently they just did it at South by Southwest.
Yes, yes.
I've been trying to get a young lady who I follow on Twitter, X, whatever you call it.
Hmm.
And she's a big Shelley Duvall fan. And I was like, you had a chance to be in the closet. Why don't you come on and talk about it? And we could do like the whole conversation. But she hasn't gotten back to me. But I have to imagine that it's quite the experience. And I know I had questions like, do they
Yeah,
actually let you keep it? Do you pay
yeah,
for it? Because I know those
yeah,
celebrities
yeah.
aren't paying jack.
No, the celebrities aren't paying nothing, and that's, I feel like they should be giving it to us and not letting the
Right?
celebrities pay for. I've been charging the celebrities. Yeah, so yeah, I had to pay. They gave, because it's the 40th. I think it's the 40th anniversary or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's
I read
40%
about
off.
that.
So 40% off of the titles, which is, and they only allow you three. There's a limit of three.
Hmm.
At least that's what it was with me. Speaking of Shelley Duvall, by the way, um, there was she, right before she passed, she did a film, The Forest Hills.
Hmm.
I was approached by the director to interview Shelley Duvall,
Oh, wow.
and it got paused because she got sick, and we were waiting for her to come back and get better, and then she passed away. And I
Wow.
feel so bad. I mean, what an opportunity it would have been just to speak to her. But I'm always gonna,
Yeah.
so close.
I have a I have a situation like that happened to me. I've always wanted to go up to Illinois to go to Ebert Fest. I was a big Siskel and
Mm,
Ebert fan growing up. Like that was like
yeah.
the first entry into like film criticism and all that. And I always found myself agreeing with Ebert. And I was finally going to go, and it was the year that he really got sick. And I
Ah,
was communicating with Chaz, his wife, through Twitter, and she sent me a DM saying that Roger will be there the day
wow.
before,
Wow.
and he passed the next day.
Oh, man, that's tough.
So when
That's
I
tough.
watched Life Itself, his documentary,
Mm,
it's emotional for me, bro.
of course.
It's like I had a chance,
I
but
know.
life happens. Life
Yeah,
happens.
of course, man. It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, yeah,
Wish them well wherever they are.
yeah.
Yeah,
Some other questions that I have for you, and
sure.
of course, if you're in the chat and you have any questions for Danny or myself, movie related, just pop it in there, and we'll see if we could get around to it. I mentioned A24.
Hmm.
Did you ever get the ceramic? Talk to me, hand.
I do have, yes. You know what, man? I'm looking at it. It's all the way back there. I would wind up screwing up this whole setup, but I do have it back there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, it's actually, I have two hands. I have the ceramic hand that the replica hand that they came out with, and then Umbrella Entertainment released the that hand that you could draw all over,
Yeah,
write all over.
yeah,
So I have two. I don't know what to do with these things. you know, Number one, I have, my niece and nephew are here too, most of the time, so I'm so afraid that it's gonna get broken. So I don't display it anywhere. It's also kind
yeah,
of creepy, but I do
yeah,
have it. And actually, A24, they loved my video so much that they originally wanted to use that as the video for their shop, but it would wound up not happening with that one. But yes, I have it in the collection, right there. I'm looking
yeah.
right at it.
As I'm listening to you, I'm looking over your shoulder, and of course, you got the
Where are we?
A20. Yeah, I know. You'll get used to
Yeah,
it. The
yeah,
A24 logo right there.
yeah. That's
They
all
do
the
some
screenplay books there too.
nice.
Yeah.
They do some good work. I know we're getting to a point where people are kind of, I don't want to say like fatigue, but
Hmm.
it went from being the studio that did the quirky films to now it's like, oh great, another A24 movie for some people. But I just saw Opus over the weekend,
I did too. Yeah.
and there were some similar beats to other movies that we've seen before, but at the same time, it's not the same standard fare that you get from the major studios. So, what do you think? You said you checked it out.
I did, yeah. Are you, first of all, are you an AAA 24 member?
Yes,
So you
I know
got
you
that
would love
ticket.
to give me the referral, but yes,
No, that's all good. No, so you got the ticket,
yeah,
the ticket,
I
which
took
is
my wife.
awesome, by the way.
I went to
Yes.
AMC because I have a membership there, but I
Hmm.
was like, "Hey, I got a free
Of
ticket from
course.
A24," and she's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." So we dropped the dog at the groomers, and then we went
Yeah.
there. And by the time we got back, they were ready. It was like great
Perfect.
timing,
Yeah.
great use
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So
John Malkovich, ridiculous in the movie. I don't remember her last name, but Io. How do you say her
yeah,
name?
yeah,
She's great. I love her in
mhm,
everything. I think she's awesome. Yeah, man, it's creepy. It's not Midsommar.
mm-mm,
Um, I don't think anything can beat Midsommar. Like it is that movie is a standalone, but yeah, I enjoyed it, man. Definitely eerie. I like the first, I want to say, 2/3 of it, and I didn't not like the last, but I feel like it moved a little quick
yeah,
towards the end.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
felt like it was rushed at the end as well. But what really surprised me is I'm sitting there and I'm watching the opening credits and I see first I saw original music by Nile Rodgers and The Dream.
Hmm.
The Dream, he's someone who works with all the big pop stars, Beyonce, whoever you want to call. But Nile Rodgers, I'm a kid of the 70s and 80s, so I remember like Chic and David Bowie and
Yeah,
even some of his later work, like with Daft Punk and Pharrell Williams. So it was really interesting to see that. And then also they were executive producers. So the music in that movie really got to me as well.
yeah, yeah. I like John Malkovich's music. That my
Yeah,
God, man,
yeah.
so good,
He was just having
ridiculous,
fun with that role. It looked like
a
he was just
blast,
having so
man.
much fun.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
like to see that because he's never going to play like a leading man in a rom com or like a dramatic, role like that. But every role that he picks is like so eclectic.
yeah. I
So,
agree. But
um,
that was cool. Yeah, man. Opus was really good, man. I really enjoyed that
yeah,
one.
yeah. I think we agree. She did well in her performance. I was watching or reading a review by another channel that I follow, Our Life in Horror, and she was talking about Christy was talking about that she wants to see Io in more horror movies. I'm like,
Hmm.
I agree. I want to see her in more movies, period. But
Oh yeah,
I think she has that certain element that you need for horror movies today, like modern horror movies. So I think she'll do pretty well.
yeah. I think so, man. The Bear really uh, put her on the map, and now she's running with it. You'd love to see that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
What's the count at now? I know the typical physical media collection question. You got
Gosh.
to know.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't have an exact number anymore because I stopped counting at
Hmm.
like 4,000 something. I was doing a Blu-ray.com, always like adding.
Yeah, yeah,
And that was years ago. I stopped counting. So I always say there's guaranteed at least 7,000.
yeah. 7 to 8.
Blu Yeah, I always say 7 to 8. Blu-rays, 4Ks. But I'm not sitting down anymore and counting. It is all over the place. It's in ottomans, it's in my coffee table, it's in the closet, the basement, it's everywhere now.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
made the mistake of getting a little lax of when I would do like a whatnot order or something like that, and I would normally like if let's say I order from Amazon, I would put it in as a pre-order
Yeah.
until it got here, and then I would change it to owned, and I stopped doing that. So I
Mm.
have stuff on these shelves that they're not accounted for, but
What are you
Lord
at?
knows how much it is.
What
It's
what are you
probably
at now? Did you have an idea?
I'm probably somewhere around because I scaled back, not counting my DVDs, somewhere around 17. Because I want to keep it at a number where I could keep everything like within
Yeah, yeah,
sight
yeah.
because I love being able to walk in here and do this. Like the other day, I was looking for a movie and I was like, I know I have this Dick
Yeah.
Tracy, but because it's a movie still not on 4K yet, and it's Blu-ray,
Hmm.
and the Blu-ray sometimes it's hard to find. And I'm like, I
Hmm.
know I have Dick Tracy, but where is it? And I'm looking, I couldn't find it, and that frustrated me.
Oh, for sure, dude. I go live on TikTok a lot, and
Mhm.
somebody constantly. It's always the same person asks for Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. It's a Warner Archive
Yeah,
release, and I
Western.
have it. Not only do I have it, I bought it twice because I knew I had it and couldn't find it, and then I lost the second one. I have no idea where this movie is. I've never once been able to show it off to anybody. It drives me
Yeah.
crazy.
Before I ask the next thing, we got another New Yorker in here. Culture Trini, salute my dude. What up? What up? What
What's up,
up?
buddy?
What's a movie that you've bought and rebought because you've lost it or whatever? Like I was talking recently about Dark City. I started off seeing it in a theater. I lost my wallet that day. DVD, I lost. Rebought it. Blu-ray, I lost. Borrowed a copy from my film professor. Lost that.
Oof.
And now I have one. I found the original DVD. So I have that with my DVDs, and I have the Blu-ray somewhere on the shelves. And now the 4K is coming out. I'm almost afraid to buy it because I'm just going to lose it.
Dude, you got to put that in a locked case somewhere right behind you. Exactly. I don't know what I've lost. I don't know if I've lost anything. I mean, everything's just in the freaking mix at this point. But I mean, I could answer what movie I've just bought over and over again, and it's just Rocky. It's favorite movie of all time.
Nice.
I have it on every possible format that I could get my hands on. DVD, VHS, Blu-ray, multiple copies of the Blu-ray, the multiple collections, multiple the slip cover. I got the 4K sets, the 4K steelbooks. Somebody because they know I'm such a big Rocky fan, somebody was like, "Hey, do you mind if I have two laser discs of one and two? Do you mind if I send it to you?" And I was like, "Please, kidding me?" So I also have the laser disc of the first and second one. And just do, I mean, I have some of them individual, then I have them in the collector sets, and then there was like a newspaper slipcover one. I got that. It's
wow,
kind of out of hand. I have a custom one coming in also, that whole big box set, which I'm sure you've heard of Blockbuster box sets.
Yeah.
So I have that set to put all my 4K steelbooks in to display. Nice. So, and then of course I put Rocky right over here.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah,
they do a good job. Most people have the Jaws one. That's the one I see most often.
Yeah.
My boy Garrett over at Born to Be Rad has the Lost Boys one because
nice. I haven't seen that one.
The Lost Boys, nobody liked the 4K steelbook cover.
Yeah,
and they're like, why can't you just give us the original like cover art? That was perfect. And then they did it. So it's like how you have like certain boutique labels have the hard boxes for the steelbook. They did something similar to that. Arrow's doing that a lot, which I love.
Yeah.
Here's another collector on the check-in. What's up, Brian?
What's up, Brian?
You're there too, saying hi to everybody, including us. There you go. So good to see you guys.
Yes. These are all names from when I first started the YouTube page.
Yeah. Had a chance to meet them last year.
Nice.
My wife and I went to visit Florida, and we were like, "You want to go see Deadpool and Wolverine?" It was like, "Yeah." So we all went in and watched that. It was fun. Good time.
Love it, man. Love it.
Talk about the TikTok. A lot of people here, because we're on YouTube right now, probably follow like film collectors and film enthusiasts on YouTube. But talk about your start on TikTok and where it's going to, and even the whole thing when you were saying goodbye and since then.
Yeah. So YouTube did really well in the beginning for me. I mean, really well. It not hundreds of thousands of followers on here, about 13,000 followers, but it happened pretty fast. And then it kind of just it hit like just a plateau and just stopped for me. Nothing I could do really would grow the channel anymore. Still, to this day, I'll post stuff, and it'll go up and then down. So I was like, I can't keep doing this. I took a break from doing that. Post stuff on Instagram. That's kind of like my main thing after YouTube. And then somebody, Jake Powell, his name is Jay Powflix. He wrote to me, and he was like, "Hey man, I don't know if you're on TikTok, but there are not many movie people on here." And that was at the time. That was a couple of years ago now. I was like, there are not many movie people on here, and whoever's on here is doing really well. You should do it. And I paused for a while, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to do this. I don't want to restart a new thing. How many times am I going to do YouTube, Instagram, Twitter? And nothing's really taken off. And then I guess watching it happen, watching people talk about movies gave me the little spark again to show stuff off. And so I gave it a shot. and did pretty decent for a little bit. It got me up to about 10,000 followers, and then I discovered lives, going live, and um, shoot, man, all it was first I started off just like talking regular about regular. I was cooking, you know what I mean, live, just kind of getting to know the
Yeah.
whatever small following that I had, and then it turned into like people would see the movies behind me and they're like, hey, like, what is that? Do you have this movie? Turn the camera around, and I had it. And then I went from having 10 people in these live streams to 100, and then all the way up to like I think the most I had in a live stream was like 2,800 people. And so I skyrocketed up to 130,000 followers, 131,000 followers within about 6 months' time, just by going around showing stuff. I was basically like I'm a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Um, Got to give credit to Tony Has Nine Fingers. I'm not sure if you know his account. Tony Has Nine Fingers, really nice dude. He always does stuff like that. But
Yeah.
so I can never like say, oh yeah, I am the one who who really did this. But I am the one who really I took it skyrocketed with me, and now it's a trend that I kind of set over there. So like everybody does it at this point. But it was huge for me. I met so many great people. It helped the page, and then I feel like there's so much opportunity in TikTok. And as I really recommend you get on there too, man. Just post clips of the podcast, post clips of whatever you do. I mean, people are watching. The
Yeah.
studios are watching. Companies are watching. With what I was doing with YouTube, it never would have put me at a position where I'm on red carpets at premieres and getting work. I've worked a few times with videos with A24. I mean, it's stuff like that, man. I never would have expected stuff like that to come from what I'm doing, but I love it, man. It's been life changing. Just at the 130,000, some people are almost million and above. I can't imagine.
Yeah. You're the second one who verbatim just said that to me.
Yeah.
Um, I was at Thanksgiving with my nephew, and funny enough, he is the personal hairstylist for one. What's her name? Something Sweeney. What's her name?
Sydney Sweeney.
Yes.
Jesus
And
God, man, you gotta connect me with this person.
so I'm there talking to him, and he's like, I could tell that you have a passion for movies. You're not fake about it. You should really be
Yeah.
on TikTok. And I was like,
Mm.
why? There's fake people on there too. He's like, yeah, a lot of them are. He's like, but you could hear the passion when you talk about it. I was like, I
Yeah.
love talking to people about it
Yeah.
more than anything. I probably bore my friends and family all the time talking about it. So that's why I started my YouTube channel. He's like, yeah,
I
just
think
put stuff over
that's why
there.
I think most of us started these things too. I know when I was on when I first started YouTube, I think in my first video, it was like, there are, my brother loves movies, I mean, we all talk about stuff, but nobody is to this level. You know what I mean?
Right.
You connect with the people online, the people that you meet and interact with. To find a physical media community, I don't know anybody collects physical media.
Right.
You know what I mean? In real life, until now, it's now I've met so many people. Yeah, man, it's a good place and the movie community. It's not even the physical media. It's not small on TikTok anymore. It's big. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people who really enjoy it, and the people, they can tell if you are passionate. They can tell if you're real about it, and they could wean out the ones who are just there to get free stuff and show stuff off and beg
Yeah.
for followers and things like that. And I'm not like that at all, man. I don't care if you follow me, you don't follow me. I'm happy if somebody's in there for a moment just to talk about a movie, make a suggestion, recommendation, or if I can give that out, I love it.
Yeah. Talk about that for a minute. I don't like to repeat questions, but I recently had someone else on, and we were talking about how the outside view is of people who do film reviews, like,
Mm.
they'll get a free invite to a screening, or early screening. Like this week, a lot of my friends went to see Snow White and
Yes, same here.
went to see, other things, even this Penguin movie coming out. But anyway,
Mm.
and then, of course, you have physical media collectors who get stuff from MVD, Arrow.
Hmm.
Back in the days, there were even people who got Criterions. Um, Whoever it is, Umbrella, you name it.
Yeah.
Jake Steelbook Obsessed is one. I know you are as well.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
talk about it, because there's a level of, people think you're paying for reviews, or
Oh,
And people just I think most of it is jealousy, and I understand the jealousy because it's like, damn, I'm putting down 30, $35
yeah,
first
yeah, yeah.
Tuesday, and this guy's getting it for free. I
I get it. I
But
get it.
there's something more to it that I think people are missing. Talk about it.
Sure. Yeah. So first of all, I was in that position of jealousy for a while too. I can tell you exactly who it started with. It was never anger jealousy. Like there are a
Right,
lot of
right, there's
people
a
who get,
difference.
aggressive about it. And dude, I have always been, even to this day, right? Because I think I probably get the majority of stuff, I think, compared to a lot of people, because I've been doing this for a long time. I started off with it. I started with it on YouTube. First started seeing, obviously, Cool Duder, Wet Movie
Yeah,
One, John Flickpick, right?
yeah,
For me, I think the biggest one was, I don't know if you remember, or if you've been around for this long on this in this community, Film Fan Pete.
yeah,
Love him.
yeah,
And he was the one who was really kind of getting stuff. He was getting Criterion. I remember early back in the day. And when I first started on YouTube, you can go all the way back to my original videos, man. I was spending so much money on physical media. And I was like, damn, like
right.
these guys are getting this stuff. How do I get it? And at the same time, if somebody gets to this day, if I don't get something, of course I'm like, oh man, damn, I really wish I got
I got
that.
the
But
Gladiator
I'm
2 set.
yeah, dude. But I'm so happy for so like, dude. For example, like Jake, man, he's done so great for himself on these things, doing
Yeah,
this stuff too. And bro, if he
he's up
gets something I
there.
don't get, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm so happy. I wish I got it, but good for you, man. And I told him the other
Right,
day, like, because he got, he is getting another job or working with something, and I'm not getting that specific job. And I was like, bro, sucks for me, man, but awesome for you. Really, I always want to put somebody else up on a pedestal, man. I never try and knock somebody down.
right.
At the same time, I get it. I do understand. I put in the work. It's people think it's really easy. Starting off, man, it is hours and hours of emails, researching. I do not ask people for contacts. If I have, it's been very far and few. I will do the research. I will really try and reach out, and then I pitch my ideas. I pitch these things to the companies, and now especially with the following that I have over on TikTok, they see, okay, well, you have a large audience, and that's really where it comes in. So it's
Yeah,
not just I'm not paying for this stuff, dude. Like I could genuinely say I am one of the faces keeping physical media alive right now. People do not. You go to my videos, the comments, people do not know three-quarters of the stuff that's coming out. Whether it's a regular release, special edition release, a release from say Umbrella Entertainment across country. People don't know a lot about this stuff, and when they come and they see these videos, it reminds, whoa, this is awesome, and then people go and purchase. So it's like an investment that the studios are taking
yeah.
in certain things. Like, hey, I'm going to give you
Marketing.
a movie. Yeah, of course, I'm going to give you a movie that's 20, $30, and hopefully 50, 100, 10 even people buy. You know what I mean? You make your money back, and then you use more word of mouth.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. I don't expect me at a channel that's, like, hovering around barely 1,000 that I'm gonna be getting stuff from Disney and Sony and all this stuff
You
because
never know. Give
I'm
it a
I'm not
shot.
doing yeah, and I would quicker do that for my film reviews, like, I still do print reviews here and there, and that's where, that's more in line because the site that I put it on has those numbers. It's really
Yeah.
the numbers. You're working for each other. They're
Yeah.
giving you something to review or to promote, but at the same time, they're getting something from you. And I think
Of
that's the
course.
point that people are missing. If you're at like 150,000 followers,
Hmm.
that's a benefit to them because those are eyes that they may not be able to get
Of
at a
course.
Walmart or Amazon. But now you're putting it out, or even at the 10,000s, like Middle Level Media every Monday with his physical media report, or
Yeah.
DJ
Yeah.
Martinez from Films by Color. I had him on last week. Same thing. You're
Yeah.
doing
Great guy.
something
They're both
weekly where,
great people.
yeah, he said to say hi to you.
Yes.
You're putting out content where you're informing people, like you said, people don't
Yeah.
know when things are coming out, what's coming out, and it's informative and it's helpful to them. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
a handshake of sorts. But
It's true.
it's
Well, I
people
always
just
say,
see I'm paying, they're not, and it's not
yeah.
just that.
No, but I get it though, you know, because I have been there. We've all been there, and I do. Part of me does. I will always feel bad. I will always feel guilty because that's just how it is. Like I never want people to be like, you know, man, like I gotta put all this money in. Like I wish I can give everything to everybody. I wish I had that power. I don't. But a lot of times you get a lot of people who get upset and aggressive, rightfully so, to an extent. And you know, you get a lot of comments of, you know, you're getting this for free. You don't pay for anything. It's like, yo, I'm sorry, my time is not free. I am. It is an exchange, and they are giving me something in for something in return of, just like you said.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm putting in hours of even if it's, you know, not always a thought process and it's just showing off an unboxing video. It's, dude, it takes time to film, it takes time to edit. Thought process goes into each. Yeah, dude, I try to be creative with a lot of the stuff that I do. And then, dude, it's the promoting and the marketing and the sharing this out to everything, and it's constant. It's constant. And yeah, my time isn't free, man. I I got a lot of things that I could be doing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I'm choosing to do this because it's what I love, and I love physical media and being able to let people know, dude. I mean, DVDs are still a thing. You're damn right they are. And if you watch my
Over
stuff, man, you will see
50%.
what comes out. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Over 50% of sales is still DVDs. You
Yeah,
have libraries and all that stuff. They're buying.
yeah, yeah.
Brother
I
Dell
agree.
in the house. What's up? What's up?
What's up, man?
Who else? Brian says he's seen you on red carpets on your posts. It's cool seeing how you've come along. Yeah, man.
Thank you, man. Thank
It's
you.
great. And the thing is, also, people don't realize it's not just time invested, it is longevity and
Yeah.
consistency. I keep our mutual friend here, Jake Steelbook Obsessed, I keep
Mm.
notifications on for him. And I'm like, dude, you're killing my battery because every time I look up, you're posting
This
something.
is a new. Yeah, yeah. I know.
But
Yeah,
that hustle has to be strong. And the whole thing
yeah,
is, it's not just boxes coming to your front door, it's the work you put in, it's reciprocal. And
yeah.
I know when I have an article to write, it's coming up with the creativity for the article, it's being honest.
Hmm.
You know, it may look outside looking in, it might look like you're just like blowing smoke up, you know, for these studios, but you're honest. If I make an honest review and I say the movie's crappy or the transfer
Yeah.
wasn't good or the plot, whatever it is, I'm being honest. You're paying for that honesty.
Of course, man.
And
Of course.
if I'm just
So
saying,
something came in the other day where it was. Actually, I had two things last week. One, a steelbook. Actually, Disney's Moana 2 came in all scratched up. Dude,
ooh,
I could have waited for them to show, to send a new copy. I was like, no, man, I'm going to show this off. Like, yo, if you don't pack it well, people are gonna want to know that this stuff is going to come in, and
yep,
be aware that this is going to happen. Or something, I forget what movie it was, but something came in, and the artwork I thought was just so plain. And I'm gonna say it. This is not
right,
my favorite thing. You know, it like
right,
this is what you're gonna get. If you want it, it's great to have in the collection for a collector. It's not, the presentation isn't great. It's
right,
just not there. You know,
right,
I will always be honest with it. I don't care.
yeah,
People, if they're going to, if people are going to be spending their money based off of my word, I do not want it to them to get it. And I'm like, hey man, this is great. And I'm like, oh God, hate this. You
yeah,
know, and then they spend it and they're like, oh man, I wish I didn't buy it. You know, wait, my hard-earned money.
yeah. Or you have
I
the
won't do
people
it.
that think it's brand new, it should come with a slip, and then all of a sudden they go into 4, 5, 6 Walmarts looking for a
Yeah,
copy
yeah, yeah,
slip,
yeah, yeah,
and it's not the case. So
yeah.
we got Guy in the house, Caveman, saying hello there. Please hit the like button to support his passion for the round desk. Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Leave comments, talk about Dan. Let us know what you think of this conversation we're having. It's a good one so far. Adrian wants to know your favorite Alien movie from the franchise.
Ooh, I think probably the first
Me
Alien.
too.
However, I really enjoyed Alien Romulus.
So did I.
Yeah,
I think he did a really good job, and I think he has a certain element. Like, I'm a big Hitchcock fan, so I'm big on suspense versus like jump scares and modern horror things like that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I like the element of building like terror or building suspense, and he does a great job. Whether it's the Evil Dead remake or if
Mm,
it's Romulus, I think he did a good job with both.
me too.
We we have Cynthia Harding saying, "Love both your channels." Thank you.
Thank you,
Wants to
Cynthia.
know, Dan, have you ever done a collaboration or video with any other people in the community?
Years ago, I have. TikTok has kind of been its own thing. But years ago, I mean, every video I ever done was that's been on YouTube, whether it's a collab or uh, whether on my page or another's, it's still up there. I just, it's been a long time. I haven't set up a collab to do with anybody in a while.
Yeah. Do you find yourself doing more stories or longer content or lives these days?
So I've been taking a small hiatus from the lives. I'll pop up every now and then. More longer form content. I don't know. I want to. What do you consider long form? Because everything is short form. No,
I know.
I
It's short
haven't
by
done
like
you.
3 minutes now. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm doing like anywhere between. Yeah, see, it's hard to say. Anywhere between. Shoot, man, I think I posted something for like 15 seconds the other day. Between that and 3 minutes is kind of like that's kind of where I am right now. That's my the soft spot.
Yeah, yeah.
But I miss
Tony
the long
T,
form content too.
you know what? I'll go back to it again, man. I hate
Yeah.
editing. I
So
hate editing.
and that's why when I was doing all these YouTube videos and it really wasn't, there was no traction from it, and I'm spending 8 hours sitting there, jump cuts and editing everything. What's up, man? It's like that's why I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
It's just I can't.
And my thing is like we're doing a live, we're done, we're gonna be backstage, we're gonna shoot the
Mm,
breeze for a while, say
yeah,
goodnight, and I'm done.
yeah, exactly,
I could go
exactly.
back and pull some clips, whatever, but we're done. I don't have to
Yeah.
go and say, "Oh, I need some B-roll and I want to throw this
Mhm.
movie poster. Oh, they're the same size." I don't have to do all that.
I know, I
I
got
don't
you.
have to do all
I
that.
got you.
So, it's the little things.
It's true, man.
I saw another comment here to throw up for a moment. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, Michael wanted to know what premieres do you work and go to as a customer because he's done both. He's out in Hollywood. He's worked at a lot of different theaters and events. He's a autograph collector.
We
So
love it, man. That's really cool. I'm trying to figure out how to answer that. What premieres do we work and go as customer? I mean, well, I don't know exactly how to answer that question. It's
yeah,
I'm not go. I mean, if I go as a customer, I'm just going to a regular, screening, a regular theater.
mhm.
But recently I went to. I mean, so there have been two major studios that have been inviting me to stuff to the premieres. Focus Features and Searchlight Pictures have been inviting me to stuff. So I
Okay.
went to A Real Pain at the end of last year, and that was for Searchlight. Focus Features. What did I go to this year?
Black
Last
bag.
Breath.
Oh,
No, I didn't go to Black Bag. I didn't get Black Bag an invite for that one, but I heard it was great.
yeah, I like.
Yeah, I went to Last Breath, and then Searchlight. I just did one for Odessa. It's a Hulu film that just came out with Sadie Sink. So I just did that as well. So those are the two main for now. Hopefully, many more to come.
Nice.
And all
Oh,
built off of the physical media thing. That's where it really started. But then I know there's a cap to it. You can only go so far within that niche, and I was kind of like, I don't really want to be. I don't want to be capped. So
right.
let me start opening up, the things that I do and do more reviews and outings, and that's kind of where all this stuff started coming in.
That's smart. That's smart. Uh, Brian adds that you used to join them in live streams way back in the day when he started.
All
That's
the
going
time.
way
Yeah.
back. Yeah, you guys been on here for a minute. I give you credit.
2014, I think.
Ooh,
2014, 2015. Yeah.
ooh. Uh, yeah, when you both had hair.
Oh, it's if you look closely, it's still
Yeah. But at least you gave up the fight, man. It's a lot better that way because you
man.
see some people they
I
got
wore the hat for a long time, man. My hair was down to here at one point with the hat on,
wow.
and I remember taking that hat off, and I looked in the mirror, and I was like, oh, okay, today's the day. That was it.
Um, let's see. I have one more question for you
Sure. Yeah.
before we get into the 5 takes, and I'm gonna take these off just in case I decide to make a clip of this.
Hmm.
So the thing is, I want you to answer this in a British accent.
Okay. All right.
So besides
My
saying,
British accent. I'll
yes,
do.
you know what I mean, your
Yeah.
British accent. So besides don't, what would you say or recommend to someone who wants to start collecting not just physical media, but premium boutique titles?
All right. Well, it can get quite expensive, and what you got to do is you got to really make sure that the stuff that you're collecting is the stuff that you really want to collect. It's the stuff that you have a passion for, and I think that's really important. Don't waste your money; it gets expensive. Terrible. Oh
I
God, I
know.
hope there are
I was
no
about to
Brits
say,
in
are
here.
you gonna go over there and like try to fake the fuck in London or something?
No, no, no. I can't. I can't. That's where it ends. Then it starts merging into different accents, and I did that. I did that voice for God. I don't know if you know. I mean, I'm sure you actually would know. Um, his name is Adenigi. He used to be known on here as My Peeps, and
Mhm.
he is the artist slash the co-owner or was of Everything Blue. And so I talk to him all the time. Actually, am doing a collab with him. I'm filming videos for him and sending it over tomorrow for his new channel. Um, but yeah, so him and I we speak through WhatsApp, and we go back and forth. Where he does a New York accent, and I do a British accent, and he's like, "Mate, that was terrible."
This is pure rubbish.
It's rubbish, mate. That was horrible.
When you do, please tell
Mm,
him that there's a fellow New Yorker who got back into physical media a little bit too late to
mm,
get the chance to appreciate any of his titles,
yeah,
because I am not about the eBay life and paying resellers and all that. It was like I missed it,
I
but
know.
I would love those are so great.
Cornetto
And I
trilogy.
really do miss the fact that they used to put out titles. So
I know, man. The Cornetto trilogy is by far my
yes,
my
so
favorite of the
beautiful.
bunch. Oh man, love them.
So
Love
beautiful.
one of
He
the one
thinks
of
he
my
got a
prize in the
few
collection.
sitting around in the warehouse that he wouldn't mind parting with. So,
I'll let them know, man. I'll let them know for sure.
all right. You ready for the 5 takes?
Let's do it.
All right. The 5 takes, the 5 questions I ask every guest here on the conversation at the end. We start as we always do with number one. Name the film that made you fall in love with the movies.
Rocky, man. It's Rocky. It's why it's the number one in my collection. It's why it's the number one film I'll always go to. There's something about it, man. It's so real, and I think the story of it getting made is very real. Story of an underdog who doesn't even want to be at the top. He just wants to prove to himself that he can stand with the rest, and it's inspirational, man. I love that, and I kind of feel, like I in everything that I do, man, I will always go back to, I'll always go back to Rocky, whether it's with the working out, whether it's with the motivation, the motivational speeches, talking to people, trying to inspire people about stuff. Um, and I love boxing. It made me love boxing.
Yeah.
The Rocky to me is family. And I always feel it like when a character dies in the movies, I feel it like I lost somebody. So
Yeah. Yeah.
love it, man. And that's why it's, that's why I got it up here. I was like, I'm just going to bring this over here just in case.
Hmm.
Yo, Adrian, yo, it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. I love it, man. Everything about it, bro. Everything about it, man. It's Rocky.
Does that love continue consistently through the franchises and to the creeds and all that?
It does until Creed 3 when they decided to try and cut him out of the movie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, they edited him out of pictures. It within the film, man. I mean, it broke my heart, man, because the first Creed, I loved the first Creed. Oh man, I was so worried when it first came out, and
Yeah.
and then, or when they first announced it, and then I loved it. Second one I didn't love as much, but I thought it was a great. Uh, I don't want to say conclusion to his story because he didn't. I mean, people have seen the movie now, right?
You hope so.
All right. So I mean, well, anyway, like it was a great like wrap up for like the Rocky story. However, he is not dead, and uh, there was a lot of spots within Creed 3 where he would have been there, present.
Yeah.
Even if what I said, if you're done with the Rocky story, at least have him be in a phone call. Make
Yeah.
a 1 minute phone call, whether you just hear his voice or have a quick clip. And that's it. And they didn't do it. And then they went above and beyond to basically not even mention him more than like once. Broke my heart.
Yeah. For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. All right. You got almost 8,000 of them. Number two, name 5 of your favorite film. Not the. That's too fluid. That changes too
Yeah.
much. Name
Yeah.
5 of your favorite films.
Sure. Rocky one, Rocky two. No, no,
Nah.
no. Well, Rocky one. That's always going to be there. It's got to be a mention. Saving Private Ryan.
Hmm.
Love it. Love it.
Okay,
I've watched it
I gotta
countless
pause
times. Yeah.
for the opening beach scene or the whole thing. It's kind of like I know people who say that they love Full Metal Jacket, but then when
Mm.
you really talk to them, they just like the boot camp half. They don't like the full movie.
Oh no,
So is
I
it
love the full
opening
movie,
or the whole thing?
the whole thing.
Yeah,
I love the brotherhood, the brothership, the relationships, that tightness of everybody, how people they don't know each other exactly in the beginning, and how close they get, and every character that goes you feel for. And oh my god,
great
I
cast.
mean, yeah, oh, the cast, and a lot of their names I don't even know a lot of their names, and I know the actors, but the names off the top of my head. I
Yeah,
forget the guy, the sniper guy at the end. I was watching clips the other day, just YouTube shorts of people watching it. I'm watching people watch it just to feel the first time again. I
yeah,
love that movie. I've seen
yeah,
it countless times.
yeah.
Countless times. Yeah.
Third one.
Um. Shoot, man. Camp Nowhere. That's my favorite childhood movie. Uh.
Talk about it.
Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd. It's just about it's actually. Have you seen the movie Accepted?
No,
Accepted with
the
Justin.
college
Yes, with
comedy
Justin
movie.
Long.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's basically like Accepted, but for like summer camp.
Okay.
And it's years. I mean, it made so many years before. This group of kids, everybody different from each other, decide to. Their parents all wanted to go to specific summer camps and fat camp and band camp and stuff like that, and they all decide to lie to their parents, come together, create their own. And Christopher Lloyd is like the camp counselor for each one. And I grew up watching that movie so many times. I've seen it too.
I'm putting it in the watch list on Letterboxd
Yeah,
as we speak.
that's my Christopher Lloyd movie. Everybody like it's Back to the Future. For me, it's
Yeah.
Camp Nowhere.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's
Hmm.
see. Love the full movie of both Saving Private Ryan and Full Metal Jacket. I've come to grow and love the full movie of Full Metal Jacket, but Saving Private Ryan from beginning to end for me, for sure.
Nice, love it.
Fourth one.
Fourth one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one.
You're showing your age. I've realized
Dude,
people in
dude,
their 30s,
I don't
40s,
care, man.
TMNT. But me, I'm like, okay, I was too old when that came out.
The pizza box edition. It's a 30-minute. Well, I was I shoot. When did it come out again? 1990. I
Yeah.
was 80. I was born in 87, so I just grew up with it. My brother watching it. The first one. I mean, I love the second one too. The first one, it's somehow very realistic, believable. Like to this day, I could sit and watch it. I'm like, oh man, I want to meet these guys. There's heart. It's a dark story. It's darkly lit. It's got a whole tone that you'll never catch again. And to piggyback off that, there's word that they're making a Last Ronin live action film, and they want to get Judith. I think Judith Hogue, her name is Judith Haig, something like that. The
Hmm.
original April O'Neil.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
trying to. God, please do it.
That would be
Do
awesome.
it. I'd be so happy.
See, I was a comic book nerd when it first came out, so I remember the graphic novels. So
Yeah,
then when they put out the movie, I was like, this is not the graphic novel, but
of
I still
course.
had the appreciation for the characters and all that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they each have their own personalities and everything.
yeah,
So, but yeah, I was 17 years too old for it.
yeah. I got you, man. I got you.
One more.
30 Days a Night. It's my favorite horror film. Yep, love it. I don't enough people don't talk about it.
Sure.
I think just again a very realistic take on an unrealistic topic. Smart, I feel like that was also based off of a graphic novel. I've never read it, but the idea that these vampires they don't have just two fangs; they have jagged teeth, and they go rip into you.
Hmm.
The fact that they found a place where you don't have to wait until nighttime.
Yeah.
There is a full on month, or I think in reality, I think it's 2 months, 60 days. I think
Yeah.
in
Close to 60.
yeah. So but just the idea that they found this town, they knew the majority of people left. They'd have a better chance to go here and just pick the people off one by one. Love it. And then I'm a mega fan of snowy setting films. So the blood splatter and the white snow and Josh Hartnett, love Josh Hartnett.
Yeah. I'm so
So
glad to see him having a resurgence in his
yeah, me
acting
too.
career
Me
because what
too.
was I watching? I was watching Black Hawk Down. And I was like,
Yeah, he
"What
was.
happened
Yeah,
to Josh Hartnett, man?"
I know.
That Halloween 2.0, or I mean
Faculty,
H2O,
Faculty,
Faculty.
man, love the
Yeah,
Faculty. Also, another favorite of mine.
yeah. See,
Yep.
there you go. Dell's my age. He's like that was my younger sibling. Yeah, it passed us, man. And I
It's
feel
a
bad
shame, man.
because I
Never
see
too
how much
late.
people love it.
Go back, man. Revisit it. Never too late.
Yeah, yeah. Stacy, if you're still in the chat, put it in there for sure. I want to do something.
It's gonna
Uh,
be. I think this is the 35th anniversary, so they're bringing it back to theaters. I think sometime at the end of the year. Good shot. A good chance to appreciate it more.
yeah, I love doing that. If there's like a re-release or anniversary remaster, and I could catch something on the big screen,
Yeah.
especially if I haven't seen it before. Like, um, what was it? 2 months ago, right before the 4K release came out, they had 7 in IMAX. I didn't see that in theaters.
Yeah.
One, it holds up. Two, oh my gosh, it looks so great.
Yeah.
Such a great experience. So I always try to do that.
So being such a big fan of the Turtle movie, I was dating somebody a couple years ago, to 2021. I just watched the video today, and we went to see the Ninja Turtle movie it was my first drive-in theater experience with a
Nice.
view of a nice, really cool night, graffiti all over the place,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just literal rats, little splinters running around everywhere, and
Where
just
was it?
I think it was called Skyline Theater or Skylight Theater, but they shut down. I think with the COVID, I think after that was it. Broke my
Yeah,
heart because that was the experience. I mean, I'm watching the Ninja Turtles on the rooftop fight, watching the city right there. Oh, there's nothing like it, man.
that was in Queens, though.
Brooklyn.
It was in Brooklyn. Where in
Yeah,
Brooklyn?
I'll have to
Yeah,
figure.
yeah,
It was a
yeah.
couple of years back. I'll find out and I'll send it over to you.
I'll find
Yeah.
it. Number 3, everybody's favorite question. Name a popular or classic movie that everybody loves, but you don't particularly like it.
Yeah, and so I have my choice here, and I hope it's classic enough for you guys. It's not classic, but it's a popular movie.
Popular.
Big Lebowski.
Really? Talk about
Hate
it.
hate it.
How many times have you tried it?
Once, and it was 2 times too many. I don't know what it is. I think the dude's character. I think I grew up with somebody like him, the way that he acted, and I watch it, and it was just irritating for me.
Yeah.
And I feel bad that it's like that. It's just I can't get into it, man. I just could never get into it. I have another one too that people do not like when I bring up, and that's the Lord of the Rings franchise.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for me.
For everybody. It's
That
like
I also gave
scene,
one try to, though.
Rats 2, when he's like, "There's only one holy trilogy."
Yes. For me, but with that one, I think I blame my father for that because when Lord of the Rings first came out, I knew nothing about it. I wasn't even really a big movie buff. My father didn't know anything about it either. We rented it from, I think it was West Coast Video, the other blockbuster, West Coast Video, and he had us watch it literally in one day, back to back to back. It was like a 10-hour day, and it was the most miserable experience that I've ever had watching anything before.
I got 3 kids, and we got to a point where we were doing it like annually, like one day during one Sunday, we're gonna get up. You could eat in the living room, which for kids was a big deal in my house.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit there and watch all 3 extended editions back to back.
God.
I loved it, but they're like, 2 of the 3 were into it. The third one was like, "Don't look my way because I'm gonna be sleeping."
Take it from me. Don't do it to them again, man. Please.
No, they're grown.
They're gonna hate it.
If they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it themselves. But
I would like to revisit, but I think it's got to be like, it definitely can't be a marathon. It's got to be one. And people are like, watch the extended. I'm like, how can they have gone longer? So no, I'm gonna watch the regular theatrical. I'm gonna watch it one a month, and then see how I feel from there.
I have them all, and the thing is, I can't do it anymore. Maybe it's getting old. Maybe it's identifying with them, and they still talk about it like fondly. So
yeah,
it's not for everybody. That's what I will say.
Get a lot of unfollows right now.
No. It's art should be subjective.
Yeah, I agree.
It should not be, this is what works for me, so it should work for you. It doesn't work.
Oh, you're never going to agree on everything.
No, there's no way.
And you shouldn't. That's what makes it fun.
There's people, when I talk about Star Wars, which, I say every generation has a franchise, that's my generation's franchise.
Yeah.
And, they say, well, I only like the prequels. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's not for me. It
Yeah,
wasn't
of
made for
course.
me. It's not even in my timeline as far as like when it came out. Now, when you say you hate what I call the Holy Trilogy, then it's like it's not for you.
Yeah, listen, I agree. I agree with you, man. Oh, dude, I mean, my favorite Star Wars film is controversial because it's Rogue One, but I didn't grow up with Star Wars. I
Right.
did. I tried it out when I was in like my late teens, first time
Mhm.
watching everything, and I enjoyed it for what it was. But I didn't grow up. It's like, oh my god,
Right.
this is the best movie ever. Like so I really enjoyed Rogue One.
Rogue
I
One
like
is
the
Rogue One is probably the best offshoot movie of all of them to me because
yeah,
it kind of gets you to where Star Wars begins for me, which is episode 4.
love it.
Dell says he likes the Lord of the Ring movies. Don't love them. Oh, he likes them.
It's a
Don't
whole lot
love
of
them because
walking.
all are walking, and never watch extended cuts. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's
I
not
mean,
for everybody.
it's a lot of time on film of them just saying goodbye to each other. That's the movie. That's
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings in a nutshell, if you ask me.
See, if I didn't grow up with the books and loving the books
Yeah,
and
yeah.
literally rereading them, I don't think I would have the appreciation that I do.
I
Let's
want
flip.
to.
Yeah, maybe try it again.
I will.
Let's flip that and go to number 4. Name a critically hated movie that you love.
Yeah, sure. This one I was trying to figure out that as well. It's funny because these questions they're like simple, but they're also kind of difficult. I'm
Especially
gonna
made
name
that way.
this one. Yeah, I love it. For me, it's going to be an odd choice, but for me, I do not understand the hate that Fred Claus gets. I figured you're not going to get somebody who talks about Fred Claus. I love that movie. I
Yeah,
love it, and that became an annual watch for my family and I.
yeah,
I watched it. I was like, if you really sit down and watch it, I'm not trying to convince you. I don't know. Have you seen it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm a big Vince Vaughn fan, but I think you have to be a Vince Vaughn fan. Big Vince
That's it.
Vaughn fan. Yeah, that is it. Big Paul Giamatti fan. But the movie, it's if you are into Vince Vaughn, it's very funny, very quick. It's got a lot of heart, some serious tones to it, and it's got great character arcs and everything. I really really liked it, and a very very sweet ending. And
Yeah,
it became a Christmas movie that I watched that I really enjoyed. Passed that along to my mother. So my mother and I watch it like once or twice every Christmas, and then now my brother, and my aunt, we all gather around and watch it each year.
yeah. I think the best thing that Vince Vaughn did for his career was do Brawl in Cell Block 99 because
Yes,
people
yeah,
just see him as like the Wedding Crashers guy and jokey movies. Same thing with Will
yeah,
Ferrell. You need to do a Stranger Than Fiction. You need to do a dramatic role. Jim Carrey did it with Truman Show and other movies as well, even a horror movie. And I think if you only see somebody as a comedian, then you think that everything that they do is going to be jokey.
I
And
agree.
people have like a certain,
It's a
I don't even
typecast.
want to say, no, I will say a certain reverence for Christmas and Christmas movies, and they're looking for that heart. And if they see a comedian, they think everything's going to be a punchline. But when you
Yeah,
watch a movie, like you said, there is a certain heart and warmness to it, but
yeah,
there's a lot of jokes around it too.
of
So
course, yeah.
I think that's what happens, and that's why people, don't like it as much or whatever.
I wrote down. I think it's got a 20% on Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
just checked; it does.
20%, and I'm like,
It,
this movie is freaking great.
yeah. Dell, check it out during Christmas time. Just
Please do.
stream it
Yeah, dude.
or rent it or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good.
I love it, man. I love it.
Last Christmas, I purposely didn't watch my typical Christmas movies. I didn't watch Scrooge. I didn't watch Dell's favorite Home Alone. I did uh alternative Christmas season movies. So I did a bunch
Mm,
of non-Christmas Christmas movies, including
all right.
everybody's favorite, The Die Hard. But I also did things like Tangerine, the Sean
Yeah,
Baker
yeah,
movie that
yeah.
took place around that time, and Long Kiss Goodnight, which I'm so happy to see Arrow putting out a 4K of. Freaking love Charlie Baltimore. Tell me you got it. son of a gun. Look at
Right
that.
there. Hold on, where are we? There it is, right there.
You
Got to
didn't
do a
crack
video
into
for
it
it.
yet, though. Go ahead
Not
and hook
yet,
it up
not
right
yet.
on the camera. I know that's going to be a video.
If it wasn't a part of the opening of the videos, I would do it right
Yeah.
now.
See, he loves Home Alone. That's why I mentioned it. But I think it was fun to do that because it still gave you like the holiday feeling, but at the same
For
time,
sure.
it wasn't. It's a Wonderful Life again, which really isn't a Christmas movie. It just has a scene that takes place at Christmas time.
Yeah,
Neither here
yeah.
nor there.
Gotcha.
Yes, good one. The Majestic with
Ooh,
Jim
never
Carrey.
seen it. Never seen it.
Really good, really good. And if you want a nice double feature, because I'm always looking for a good double feature,
Number
watch
23.
that and then Cinema Paradiso, and
Oh,
you'll see
gotcha.
the love of movies and movie theaters and cinema and everything. Good
Love it.
call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Arrow Academy put out a 4K of that before Arrow Academy stopped putting stuff out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I'm trying to remember what my last Academy, probably So Dark the Night. I think that was my last Academy movie. So I was asking if Stacy was still in here because she put a bunch of questions in the comments, and I just like waiting till the end and just doing a thing. But she's not here, so we'll
Sorry,
just
Stacy.
skip it. Sorry, Stacy. This was worth the wait. This is worth me being late.
Me being late. I'm so
Trouble
sorry.
getting in. It's all worth it. It's
Yeah,
all worth it. I want to thank you
of
for
course.
being here. Yes, Cinema Paradiso is pretty amazing.
Mm.
It is. Um, yeah, if you're ever
There's
looking
one.
for a
There's usually
collab,
one more question that you got.
I do.
That,
But I
yeah.
before we get to it, I just want to thank
Okay.
you up front because I like what I see.
Thank you,
I
man.
see the passion and the love, not just for collecting, which
Yeah.
I was told that there are some people that just want to pull a movie off and look at the nice steel book and the
Yeah.
artwork and all that. But I see a love of movies,
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
that passion shines through. And whatever you do,
Thank
whether
you.
you're doing a unboxing or if you're at a premiere or just on one of your lives, so you have a friend and a follower in me. I will tell you
Thank you,
that,
man.
and
Same here. Same here,
always here
brother.
to support whatever you're doing. But with that said, we're gonna end it like we always do with number
Hmm.
5. Now that you've been on the conversation, number 5. Who would you like to see me have a conversation with on this channel?
Okay. So I have two, if that's okay.
Sure.
So a buddy of mine who I also met through the YouTube, who's now one of my closest friends on here, man. Very real guy, very big passion for films, and has a story for every movie that he's seen. Like he can tell you how it felt the first time he watched it, whether his grandmother picked it up for him or he watched it at the movie theater with his grandmother. Chris 4K Outlaw used to be known on here as Blu-ray Outlaw. Chris means I'll link you to him.
Nice.
Very real guy, not afraid to tell you how he feels. His opinion is his opinion, but it's he has a passion for it also. And whether it's talking about Godzilla or anything, man, he really he will give you his story, and he always has a story about what it means and how it
I
made him
like
feel.
that.
And I really like that. I think definitely him. And then somebody else we spoke about before, Adeni. You should have him on here, or see if you can get in touch with him. He has a huge passion for movies and for collecting. Obviously, he put stuff out himself.
Yeah.
His new YouTube is going to be also dedicated to like physical media and steelbooks and stuff like that also, which is the video that I need to film and shoot over to him tomorrow. So
Yeah.
Adeni, or you guys used to know him as My Peeps, or the creator of all the amazing editions from Everything Blue.
Yeah. And like I said, if you got a couple copies here and there once apart, I got a
Yeah.
special financial stash just for that. And I recently just got my new Panasonic 4K, so
Oof,
the
nice.
regions doesn't matter anymore with the Blu-rays. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this has been fun. I'm so glad we finally got a chance to hook up and was
Same
able to
here,
do
man.
this. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, everyone on the replay. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a
Thank you, guys.
comment. Follow the man everywhere. Blu-ray Dan. Where is Dan in real life? Where does that come from?
That's on TikTok. So funny enough, there was like a, I felt like I was capped with Blu-ray Dan. I put a limit to myself that hey, it's physical media, and
Yeah.
I don't want to be capped on anything. You know, nothing's ever going to get me to stop collecting. But I wanted to branch out. I wanted to do more. I didn't just want to fit into this little bubble. So that's why I was like, okay, Dan in real life, and even with the big following that I have on TikTok, everybody still calls me Blu-ray Dan somehow. But yeah, Dan in real life is like, you know what? My name's Dan. Dan in real life is a movie. This is Dan's real life, so it just kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's that. So that's over on TikTok. Dan in real life with underscores in between each word, and that's where I am. That's you can find me there.
Yes. And as I mentioned before, the new conversation podcast has been out there now, courtesy of Someone's Favorite Productions. Find it on all your favorite podcasts, mediums, including Apple Podcasts. I was waiting. That's the one that took the longest.
Mm,
Spotify's like, sure. Apple's like, let's hold up with it. Let's check it out.
wow,
But
I
it's
don't know
out
how
there
it works.
now.
That's cool.
Check it out. Episode 1 is out there with Brittany from Cinematic Counseling. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, Instagram, all that good stuff. But yes, thank you, Del. We definitely
Thank
enjoyed
you.
this one. But as I always say, we'll catch you soon. Hope you had a good time. Go watch a movie. It's the best thing to do. And we'll see you soon. Take care.